Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly, episode 31st December 2019. The final episode of the final episode of the decade.
Decade some more, wow.
Yeah, the final episode of the decade. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Peddlers Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses go digital. My name is Sean.
And I'm JK.
It's a very slow week because I think a lot of journalism sites and news sites have been quite empty.
Slacking.
Quite quiet so far.
Enjoying holidays.
Yeah, so we have a short one. Up on the news, Facebook working to bring copyrighted music to Facebook Watch. Instagram adds age requirement to see business creator accounts. Adds age requirement to business creator accounts. No C. So let's do this again. Instagram adds age requirements to business creator accounts. Snapchat tests image recognition triggered ads. And LinkedIn reveals top jobs in 2020. Back to the stories. Facebook working to bring copyrighted music to Facebook Watch. A few years into their operation, Facebook Watch still hasn't been nearly as successful as YouTube. One of the main things that will change it, according to research, is copyrighted music. Of the 30 most viewed videos of all time in YouTube, 28 of them are actually music clips, like video clips of, when you want to discover new songs by artists, you watch the video clips.
Yeah, the
right?
the MVs lah, all the things.
The MVs, yes, music videos. So Facebook is famous for that. And the top 30, 28 of the top 30 most watched YouTube videos are actually MVs.
Okay.
And because of that, Facebook Watch cannot provide this service because Facebook does not have the copyright to show this music yet.
Okay, all right.
And they are actually working to secure deals with music labels, and hopefully soon, once that is done, they will be able to what is this called? To
get this copyright.
To allow us or to allow artists to post music videos onto Facebook Watch.
Okay. So meaning to say previously we cannot post any music video onto Facebook at all?
We cannot post any music video onto Facebook Watch. Because copyright does not allow it. So it has always been from YouTube.
Okay, yeah, correct. There's the link from YouTube.
Yes, the link from YouTube.
Okay,
but it's always
from Facebook.
It's always YouTube. But let's say the thing is, if Facebook Watch is able to obtain this copyright, not if, but when it obtains, it will definitely be able to obtain. When it obtains, right, it will become the better platform to consume and share music videos.
Because it's easier.
Because your friends are there anyway, and hardly any of your friends are on YouTube socializing with you, right?
Yeah. Provided the age group lah, so to say.
Yeah. Of course, your friends will be at the same age group as you. And then it makes it easier to share, you find a new music video and then you post it up and people comment on it then it automatically plays instead of you having to
click into the link and go into YouTube and then wait for it to load and then the 三国演义出来.
Yes, exactly. That is the problem
the ads
that most users are going through.
Not bad, So means Facebook Watch is trying to imitate YouTube itself.
Yes. So when they're able to do this, they should be able to properly compete with YouTube, at least in terms of more attention from the music video side.
Okay. Does it mean that they are going to have a Facebook Watch premium?
I don't think so. Facebook Watch will not have a premium because I think they really, really focus on collecting our information and serving ads to us. That is where I think they are quite decided on that is the only route they're using.
I see. Okay. All right.
Well, we don't know, they might change their mind, but yeah.
That Facebook premium, right, suddenly.
Yeah.
Alright, next up. Instagram adds age requirement to business creators account. Soon, brands and creators will be able to add a minimum age limit requirement. People under that age limit will not be able to see your account, including your profile, posts, and stories. There is also a setting that lets brand customize age limits for different countries, which is helpful if you want to adhere to regional restriction. A good example would be an alcoholic drink, where the age limit is 18 in Australia but 21 in the US.
So it says here that that business creator accounts can make themselves invisible to people below a certain age.
Okay.
So if you are below like 17, let's say for example, if your content is a little bit more
Sensual,
more
explicit.
more explicit, 16 and above, 18 and above kind of content, and not very PG-13, then as a creator, you have the responsibility to actually limit apply this limit, age requirement, so that people under this age will not be able to see your content, be able to even follow you as well.
Okay. So let's just say if I were to set like Australia, then I have to set Australia age limit what, and then US age limit what, something like that.
You can actually set globally, or you can set based on region. And so if it's based on region, then you need to set it yourself, like the rest of the world, then a few other countries and everything like that. But if it's globally, then it's just like one global setting.
Okay. But even so, let's just say if the age limit is not really, if I don't really set the age limit, what are the harm that the business will get?
You might get chased down by
angry parents.
legal lawsuits.
Okay, all right.
For not being responsible, for not adhering to the code of ethics. Facebook will apply certain rules that ban you from using their platform. Like for example, you say, right, now we are uploading YouTube videos, right? There is this additional checker that I need to do whenever I upload our SMW and Tipsy's videos onto YouTube, is that I need to declare whether this video is for kids or not for kids.
Oh, okay.
If it's not for kids, then the secondary one is it suitable for kids? If it's not suitable for kids, then what happens is that YouTube will automatically apply this thing where kids under the age of 18 cannot see your content.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So they so if on YouTube's point is that both on YouTube and Facebook's point is that they let us decide, but if we were to breach this code, then they will penalize us.
I see. So meaning say, let's say parents were to have a legal lawsuit the first thing they'll go to is not the brands but the Facebook itself.
Yes,
isn't it?
They will complain to Facebook, and then Facebook will go directly to you.
Oh, okay. So they will trace back to you.
Yes.
They will wang the
of course.
to you, to you.
Because Facebook and Google have provided this check and balance. So responsibility wise, they have done what they can do, right?
Okay, yeah.
So then they
Makes
throw the
sense.
responsibility to you to be the better person to declare. But if you don't do that, then Facebook says, "Hey, it's not my problem."
Yeah, I give you the check box already. You didn't want to do anything, so therefore, here you go.
Exactly. So that's at the end of the day, it's all about that. But then it doesn't also answer the question of whether this underage person is, trying to bluff Instagram by saying that, I'm actually over 18 or over 21.
There's a gray period.
These are the kind of things. These are
so
the kind of things that they cannot control. So it's just about being responsible. It's not about actually implementing.
It's just who will get the shit. That's it.
Yeah.
Alright, next up, ads. This episode of Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Chop Tiang Bee Cafe at Heart of Melaka, Malaysia. Chop Tiang Bee serves authentic Nyonya and fusion cuisine and is located at Jonker Street, just 5 minutes walk from the famous Red Square and A Formasa in Melaka City. Their most iconic dishes include the curry laksa and nasi lemak. Also equally impressive are their range of homemade cakes like carrot cake, which uses pineapple instead of raisins, and the Ondeh cheesecake, which is a must try. If you're heading to Chop Tiang Bee, be sure to get 10% off your entire receipt with promo code CTB10. That's CTB10.
If you're listening to this today and tomorrow is New Year and you are in Malacca, head over to Chop Tiang Bee, get your CTB10 discount and treat your family and friends to a New Year's treat.
Yep. And don't forget, they're also having a reservation for Chinese New Year.
Oh, yes, they are.
Dong Dong Chang.
Hopefully their menu is coming up soon. But we'll have a look out for that.
Yeah.
Next up, Snapchat tests image recognition triggered ads. Point your Snapchat camera at some brand logos and unlock special branded AR experience.
Wow.
This is actually quite cool. It's available only in certain parts of the world now. but the concept actually provides a very amazing application.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine taking a picture of McDonald's, the French fries box, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it unlocks a discount voucher for a Sunday.
That'd be quite cool, though. Like, Sunday voucher,
Yeah.
Sunday voucher, Sunday
So,
voucher.
so the cool thing is here, okay, there's two prong to this, right? There's two prong to this. The first prong is that in order for you to obtain that branded, the unlocking the branded experience or the discount voucher or something,
Mm-hmm.
in order to do that, you need to point your camera and take a picture of something.
Okay.
You take a picture of McDonald's. In order to have that, you need to be at McDonald's. Let's say if it's geographically, if it has geolocation tagging as well.
Okay.
right?
Got it.
So you're in a Snapchat knows that you're in a McDonald's, and then you take a picture of the French fries box,
Mhm.
right? And then it unlocks that voucher.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter whether you are eating it or it's someone else's box. It doesn't matter, because what matters is you are there
Mm-hmm.
and you take a picture and you are posting that picture up.
Yeah.
So you're sharing to your friends that you're
Eating McDonald's.
You're eating McDonald's, and then you get the free Sunday.
So meaning to say like, okay, for a free marketing, here's a trade-off for a voucher for you.
Yes. So you give me this and I give you that.
Okay, fair.
And from McDonald's point of view, it's that McDonald's is working hard to get to be seen and be viral or be shared by the friends of all these Gen Zers and young people.
Yep.
And they will pay money for this. It's a very good way of monetization.
Yeah, quite also. I mean, think about it. You to share things, and then your friends will see, because brand itself is very hard for them to tap into the market, the personalized market.
Yeah.
Only you can tap into your friends' market.
Yep.
So to
Yeah,
say.
exactly. So you have the first dips into your friends list, right? And if the brands can get into your list of snaps, then it becomes a different story.
Yep. True. Wow, not bad,
Yeah, the thing is, the thing is, we see a lot of all these kind of conceptual application of AR, but we don't see brands taking advantage of this and doing it on a bigger scale.
Maybe haven't yet. Wow.
I
Because
don't
AI
know,
is just still
it's-
very, very vague.
It's
Very
it's-
Tesla.
It's very weird. It's like you see all this year after year, you see all this IKEA having the furniture thing that you can put onto the hall, and you can see how the furniture looks like.
Yeah.
And then you have so many people applying all these things. You have the lipstick,
The lipstick
cosmetic
converter.
companies that you can actually use lipstick onto your snaps and everything. But they cannot seem to do the final mile, which
Mhm.
is from seeing it to buying is a different story altogether.
Means from brand awareness to sales conversion.
Yeah. And the second problem comes from global adoption.
Mm.
And while some brands are experimenting on this and they see that they're making good case studies and it's going viral, most brands are like,
Is it because the cost is too high?
I don't know. Maybe the cost is quite high, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not as if they're spending very little money on marketing right now. They're spending quite a lot as well at the first as it is. It's just that they're not channeling marketing to the right angles.
Or maybe they just
They're
don't want to
still-
try this platform
Maybe.
yet. I don't
Maybe
know.
they want to wait until everybody is doing it. Then
Let's see the first bikini pic first, then the second, then the third, then only we start going in.
it does make sense. Well,
Yep. Right, next up, LinkedIn reviews top jobs in 2020. LinkedIn was able to project jobs in the highest demand for the coming year and probably few years based on what companies are looking for. Based on the 17 countries, the top jobs are specialists in AI and data security. There are a few random ones like digital marketing specialist in Austria and real estate agent in France, but the majority are centered around coding and computer abilities.
yeah, it's quite amazing. Like you have blockchain developer, JavaScript developer, cybersecurity, data protection, big data, privacy officer,
Even
full stack
data
engineer.
scientists.
Yeah, these
kind of
are
thing.
it's all about coding. It's all about data. It's all about security. It's all about AI. In the coming years. So we don't know if this is going to last long, but we are expecting in the next decade, right?
Mhm.
If someone is going out into a job or planning to change their profession, you need to consider these kinds of jobs.
At least understand the basic skills.
At least understand the basic skills so that you are completely left you're not completely left unaware of what's going on.
Yep.
Or when people talk these kind of jargons, you can still keep up to it.
Yeah. Or like what's CTA, or what's ad cost,
Yeah.
what's the ethic rule of digital marketing, this
Yeah.
kind of thing. In fact, even for Thailand itself, they're starting to teach coding to their primary kids already.
Yeah.
So this is really they're moving towards the direction
Yep.
really.
Yep. So there is a lot of people who are saying that like I got friends who have
Mhm.
kids, right? And back in our generation, we like our kids to learn English
Mm-hmm.
because English is the language of trade, right?
Correct.
And then there was a point of time when they say Chinese is a language of trade.
All right. Yes, correct.
But now, actually, believe it or not, computer language is a language of trade.
yeah, coding language.
Coding
one.
language. And you have a lot of different coding languages. That is true. But when you learn enough coding languages, you will start to see the similarities between them. Like,
Mhm.
I know a little bit of HTML. I know a little bit of CSS. I know a little bit of Python. And once you learn that few, right, what happens is you tend to see, okay, there is a similarity on how they write certain things.
Mhm.
And because you have software to complete the sentences,
For
we call
you,
them sentence, like, coding
Sentences.
coding
Okay.
commands, right?
Mhm.
To complete the coding commands for you. As long as you know how to read it, you don't have to write it. It's like reading and writing Chinese, right? It's like how when you write Chinese, you look for the pinyin.
Yeah.
And
Now
then
you
you
don't
look
need to
for the
write
word.
already.
Yeah, then when you look for the word, you can read the word. But if you ask to write the word out, sometimes you don't remember how many strokes are there in certain areas
correct.
and everything.
Yes.
So that is the same problem you have with coding,
Mm-hmm.
where you know it when you read it, but you cannot write, you don't remember how to write the whole thing from scratch. So you have softwares, right, who you can actually list out the commands, and you choose the commands and fill in the gaps. That's it.
Okay. All right.
And most of the work is done using these software.
Okay. Is it similar to last time our generation of the what's called MS Dot MS Code where the time we want to play game we need to like enter
In a
enter
way,
F1 that
yes,
one that
in a
kind,
way,
right?
but it gets a little bit more complicated depending on what kind of coding that is
Okay.
required. And there is actually a very important job that comes with coding as well, which most people do not see,
Mm-hmm.
is the design language,
Oh,
the design of it.
Okay. UI.
Like, yeah, the UI and UX.
Mm.
UI and UX are actually done by designers, not coders, because coders can build it, right? But the design is done by the UI and UX engineers and developers and designers. So that will be a very big job as well in the
see.
future.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, makes sense as well because now people just want to see a nice layout,
Yeah.
smooth, user
It's about
friendly.
how user friendly it is, how fast it works, and
Mm.
at the same time being nice and minimalist, and
and effective.
these kind of things. So the designers have to give the order to the coders in order to build something that looks nice.
I see. So it's like interior design and what engineering
Interior design
and the interior design and the one that's
construction
engineering.
construction engineer. Let's say if a person knows how to construct a building,
Mm-hmm.
but the person will need to construct a building based on the architect's
Yeah.
requirement.
And I heard they always argue one.
Yeah, of course they always argue because the architect will always want it to look like this, right? But the construction engineer will always say that it
It's
cannot
impossible.
be done.
It's impossible.
because we don't have a technology to build it.
Oh well.
Right, so that's all for Social Media Weekly this decade. Social Media Weekly podcast is available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Social Media Weekly, episode 31st December 2019, the end of the decade. We will see you in 2020. My name is Sean.
And I'm JK.
Au revoir.
Sayonara.